AudioJungle.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel and season 2 episode 4 of An Englishman Abroad, where we are managing currently in Thailand with Buriram United in our second season. So since you're last with us and our Champions League exploits of finally knocking out Guangzhou, who beat us in last season's Champions League, we've been on a good run of form. We beat Bangkok 2-1, we had a 4-0 win against Sukhothai. We then had a 4-1 Thai League win against BG Pathum United. We then won 3-0 in the FA Cup, 1-0 in the League Cup before a 1-0 win in the Thai League. We then dropped points in the league with a 1-1 draw against Port. We beat Nong Boya Pachaya 3-1 and Chiang Mai 4-0. So that brings us up to our game today with Ratchaburi. And we're going to play Ratchaburi and Chonburi. I know that I did say that we would probably come back for the Chain at Hornbill game, but I thought bring it back a little bit sooner because once we get these two games out of the way, we've got the Champions League to look forward to coming up in the not too distant future. So I thought it'd be better off to come back for that. Also, bit of sad news. One of our signings that we picked up earlier on in the save has left us. PANYA has decided he wanted to go and play for Jiangsu in China. We made a nice little profit out of him. We paid about 1.1 million and we picked up 3.4 for him. So even though it's sad to lose him, it's a nice little bit of money in the transfer pot. Maybe we could go out and replace him either with a local or with a foreign player if we can work the structure of the squad. So on to the Ratchaburi game. This is going to be the team lineup and we're going to get straight into the action. So we're off and running. Got a bit of defending to do first. Looks like we've given away a penalty. The Ratchaburi free kick came in. Player went to ground. Ref's gone over to check on the VAR. Normally when you get these highlights, the penalty's given. Let's see what the decision is. Yes, penalty awarded. And we're going to have to face a penalty after only 6.5 minutes of the game. So the player steps up and he actually misses the initial penalty, but gets to the rebound first, tucks it away. We are losing 1-0 at home after 6 minutes. Plenty of time hopefully for us to turn it around. And it looks like we are going to go straight back up the field. So throw in. Played Jadid, crossed it in, and Mateus Alves has equalised pretty much straight away. 9th minute of the game, and we're 1-1. Nice little interchange of play. Throw in came in. Haigpron turned. Jadid with the chip. Might have even been a shot itself. And then Mateus Alves runs away. The ball actually only just flicked off of his head. It was one of those where I think if I was Jadid, I'd be running away celebrating in the hope that somebody noticed that it was a bit controversial. Alves is going to claim it because he's a striker, but I'm pretty sure that Jadid, it did look like a shot. Could have been a cross, but either way, it's the leveller that we were looking for. We'll let the players sort out amongst them who got the touch. So, after 25 minutes, we surprisingly aren't having as much possession as I thought we would have done. Ratchaburi are playing quite a good game. They seem to be holding us quite well. According to the shot map, we've only had 3 shots, which is strange because it actually tells us that we've had 9. But we had a corner that come in, a header that's gone over the bar. So yeah, the shot map has now filled up with the rest of the shots. So it's just a little bit delayed there. But Ratchaburi are messing about with the ball at the back. Goalkeeper's giving it straight to Sarachas and he's punished them with his 13th goal of the season. Did really well here to pick the ball up. First thoughts to move forwards. as he gets to the edge of the box, hits a right-footed shot. Goalkeeper goes down. He isn't saving that. So in the space of 24 minutes, we've gone from being 1 down to 2-1 up. And the form that the team's in, I think that there could be a few more goals to come here. So again, Ratchaburi are playing out from the back, not very well. Intercept the ball, halfway line, Jaded to Al Fawzan. He's going to move it out to the wing. Left back tries to beat his man, gets the ball taken off him but gets it back. Cross comes in, not really dangerous. Then there's a big ball over the top, crossing from the left hand side. Jaded then gets it outside the box. He's now hit the right foot shot. This time the goalkeeper gets down low and makes the save. So lots of chances, not really working the goalkeeper too much. The possession counter has come up, so we are starting to take a hold in the game. If we could get another goal and extend our lead, I think that would just put us safe. As it stands, I think we might be a bit vulnerable to a counter attack maybe. So 2 minutes added on at the end of the half. Not a lot happening. We come in probably the happier of the two teams. This is the XG story here is mad. So their XG is massive despite only having 2 shots and scoring a penalty, whereas ours has built up gradually. So it's quite a crazy graph when you look at it like that. We've been by far the better team, but gave away that silly penalty earlier. So now we've got a free kick. JD gets the ball, tries to beat his man, has to play it back. And then it's going to come from the right hand side. Ball comes in, nobody really there. JD there picks it up outside the box, back to Al Fawzan. Comes back to JD, and he's hit a shot from distance, right footed. And I said earlier on in the series that our shooting from outside the box had improved across the save. Last year we were wasteful with quite a lot of shots, and even though we are still having a lot of shots on the counter, we're having a lot more goals that end up in the back of the net as opposed to miles over the bar or not even working the goalkeeper sometimes. So credit to the players, and I think it's credit to us for bringing the right kinds of players in. So with these 2 games coming up in the schedule after these 2 games, we have got a few cup games. We have had an injury as well, which I forgot to mention earlier on in the video, where Mwanta had a 2-week holiday whilst we played some cup games, and then he come back and picked up a knock. He's actually been out for 4 weeks, so whether he comes back in time for the Champions League game or not, not too sure. Fingers crossed we can get him back up and running. He has been a key player in the save. I think he's going to make some changes. So we are going to put Faisal Zayed on for Al Fawzan, who looks to be tiring. And then we're going to make a change on the right wing as well, even though that didn't want to register. So 25 minutes left in the game. We've really turned it around in the first half, so we are dominating the game now. Even with the possession counter, we've really turned it on. Up to 30 shots in the game. And Ratchaburi scored with the penalty early on, and they haven't really had another shot there. They've been on 2 shots since about the 20th minute, I think, of the game. And they're going to play out from the back again. Short balls in and around the box. It's cut out on the halfway line when it's lumped clear. Sarachat, he's tried a shot, and that one's a screamer. He's hit that, it rises into the top of the net. I think he's about 25-30 yards out. He turns, runs towards goal, and then just decides, I'm going to have a go from there. Puts in the top corner, and that's a brilliant finish. So at 4-1, the game's dead and buried. I think we're going to have another 3 points on the board. Coming into this game, we were actually playing catch up a little bit. We had to have games where we postponed due to international duties and other things. So we were chasing the pack due to the fact that even though we hadn't really dropped too many points in the league, we just hadn't played enough games to be in and around the top. And then all of a sudden we put the string of wins together in those game in hands, and we've now opened up a 5-point lead at the top. And with the Champions League games being a month away, trying to get that league form rolling and keep winning games is going to be important. I really feel like if we can have a push to try and win this Asian Champions League this season, it'd be an amazing achievement for the team, considering we're not one of the rich elite Chinese clubs and we have to bring players through from the domestic game. The limitations on us with Brazilian players, etc., that we saw with like Guangzhou and those kinds of teams. But we've got a bit of defending to do here, and we haven't defended very well. So Ratchaburi get one back. Probably nothing more than a consolation goal. It was a ball that got swung in. There was a header at the back post, and Mele couldn't get to it. But with 3 minutes of normal time, 3 minutes of added on time elapsing, we're actually going a bit longer. Played 95, but it's another 3 points. It's a 4-2 victory, and we are going to roll straight on into the next game. Okay, so just before the Chonburi game, just thought I'd bring up this nice little message that we received in our inbox. So we've gone 45 games unbeaten in the save in the league, which is quite impressive. List of games there that runs all the way through. We had our invincible season last season, and we are quite far into this season, and we are again in a really strong position to put potential back-to-back invincible seasons together. We're yet to lose a game in the league this season. In fact, I think in the second season we're yet to lose a game full stop. So fingers crossed that can continue. So this is going to be the lineup for the second game. Had a few changes. Al-Fawzan has gone up into the attacking midfield slot, and we're getting some nice link-up play down here as well. So fingers crossed we'll get into the game and continue our good run of form. Okay, so 5 minutes into the game, still waiting for the first highlight. Don't look as if we started off too brightly. Only 35% possession in the first 10 minutes. It's a bit unlike us. And we're defending first. And we've conceded first again. It's rare that it happens once, but to happen twice in a row is almost unheard of. It's poor defending though at the back post, and when the free kick come over, there was only one winner of the ball. And he has headed it down and into the net. Maybe we've just done the commentator's curse of showing the 45 unbeaten message and talking about back-to-back invincible seasons. Although Alves had a chance there, breaking away, gets within shooting distance, drags the shot wide, never troubling the goalkeeper really. But the fact that we've started so sluggish in both of these games is not good news, especially with the Champions League games coming up. We really want to start having a run of games where we're on the front foot from the get-go. I want to play with like high intensity, high tempo type of game. Mind you, having said that, in this game, Chonburi have had one shot and scored one goal, whereas even though we're having a lot of the shots, we've only had one shot on target. Let's see what happens in the next clip. Zayed's lining the ball up, flicks it up, it's into Lima. Lima levels the scores. Goalkeeper is beaten at the near post. So it's a simple flick up, and as it comes down, Lima's controlled his finish to beat the goalkeeper at the near post. So we're all square after 33 minutes of the game. Those possession stats have levelled themselves out somewhat. Game looks like it's a pretty tight game, despite them not manufacturing too many chances. Chances that we are having, we are at least having half of them on target. So a nice little bit of build-up play here. Alforzan plays it in, ball comes across. Haikapron's got it at the back post, goes down under a tackle. Looked for a penalty, wasn't given one. We had the chance there really with the ball across goal. If there was a touch on it, could have gone in at half time in the lead. But as it stands, it looks like with the 3 added minutes on, pretty much coming to an end. Half time, we go in at 1-1. So we're going to get the second half up and running. Again, with the Champions League in mind, might have to start looking at making some changes pretty soon. Hopefully we can get to about the hour mark. So, playing the ball through the middle. Alforzan gives it away. It's stolen by Pumko. There's a shot straight at the goalkeeper there. It's good little interception. And then maybe he had the chance to square the ball. Did have a man at the back post, but in that position, can't really fault him for having a go from there. So not for the first time in the game. We are actually struggling possession-wise here. The way that Chonburi have set up with the 2 banks of 4 seems to be a bit problematic. So we hit that hour mark. I think we're going to make a change here. Either Zayed or Pumko can come off. And we're going to bring Sarachat on the right. And we will also bring him on for Zayed. Yeah, for Zayed. Confirm those 2 substitutions. So we've got a free kick that's floated in. Lima's hanging around there in the back post again. As it comes across, Alforzan's had a shot. And then a shot from distance straight at the goalkeeper, but he's turned it over the bar to give us a corner. Being told to take off Thong Song, so we're going to make that change as well. Lima with the ball in this time. Kind of bounces around in the box. And now Chonburi have got a counter-attack going. Just running towards the corner flag. And then must have played it off of the defender and they have a throw-in. This is something that I've noticed before about teams that play with this massive block of 8 players in the middle of the park. It's always difficult for our team to seemingly break them down. I mean, we've created enough. We've had 16 shots and 10 of those on target, and the possession's come back to 50-50, so maybe there's a goal in us yet, but looking at those stats, by far been the better team, and could end up only getting a point because of their one shot on target and their one goal. Again, our shot map suggests that we are shooting on sight, which is not a bad thing considering some of the goals we've scored across this second season. There's been some screamers, but it doesn't matter now. Even if we just get a tap in, we just need something to happen. Point's not the worst result in the world, preserving that unbeaten run. This would make it 46. With the 5 minutes added on, nothing really is happening. Time's just ticking down and away, and looks like everybody's going home with a point. That's it. Final whistle. And everybody gets a point. So with those 2 games in the books, we're going to move on later on in the save. I think I'll probably come back for the Champions League game now, as they'll probably take more importance. The league seems to be pretty comfortable for us, so the Champions League is going to take on the most importance. So we'll move on forward to there and come back for that in the next video. So if you've enjoyed today's video and you don't want to miss out on any more content going forwards, please consider hitting the subscribe button so you'll stay perfectly up to date with everything that's going on at Buriram United. If you've liked today's video, please hit the thumbs up. Always helps out the channel. And if you've got any comments, anything I could do better, or anything you're enjoying in the save, leave them in the box below, and I always try and respond to as many as I can. Until the next video, stay safe, and I'll see everybody soon.